Hey guys, so today we're going to learn how to spruce up your Halloween decorations by making these faux candles. It's really simple, so stay tuned and learn how to make them. Okay, for this project you're going to need a toilet paper roll or paper towel roll, some LED tea light candles. You want something that's battery operated? Some scissors, a glue gun, some black paint, and then you want some sort of finish. And I'm going to be using Modge Podge, and since I needed the matte for another project, I'm just going to go ahead and do matte on this as well, even though it's recommended to use high gloss. And I'm going to try to get it to glow, so I'm also going to squirt in a little of this glow-in-the-dark paint with my Modge Podge when I put it on, and we'll see how that works. Okay, so first you're going to want to take your paper towel roll and just kind of cut it into what you may feel like is a candle that looks like it's been burning. And so I'm just going to kind of round over the roll here, and then from there I'm just going to kind of trim it up a little up here, and then, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect because we all know that candles do not burn perfect. So yeah, I like it like that for this particular one. And then after you get it cut, sorry, after you get it cut, you're going to want to get some black paint. And I just have a little piece of wood that I usually put all my paint on so that, oops, sorry, so that I can paint. I also forgot to mention you're going to need some newspaper or just some old ads or something that you're not using, and you're going to also need paper towel to wipe your brushes off with if you are going to be doing more than one. Alright, so you're just going to kind of, I stick my fingers into the holder, and then you just want to kind of brush it on there. You can also use spray paint if you have the ability to have an open area. I could have went outside and spray painted this, but I would not have been able to make a video of it because my neighbors are really loud, and yeah, so I'm not going to sit here and paint the whole thing with you, but once you paint the outside, you want to kind of paint the inside, top part of the inside, so that there's no paper towel or toilet paper or whatever holder you're using showing. It also, depending on the holder you use, will depend on how tall you want them. So if you want them taller, you're going to want to use paper towel holders. If you want them just short, I'm doing shorter ones, so I'm using toilet paper holders. And then, yeah, so once it's painted, it should look like this. And I finished that one. I did the inside about halfway down. And so the next step after that is to use your glue gun, and you want to kind of make it look like wax is coming down, and you also want it on top here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the top edges with the glue gun and kind of get that drippy feeling. I've noticed that mine tends to drip in the inside a lot more than the outside. It's perfectly okay if it does that. You might have to pick at it later to get the candle down in, but it should be fine if that's how it decides to go. So just, I recommend doing the edges first, because if you have drips at the top, if you have drips that go down the way you want them to, it actually works out better for you. But yeah, so just kind of go along the top, and then once you get the top part done, you can kind of just start making little lines and globs down the sides to where it kind of looks like wax dripping. And so, since I don't want to sit here and waste any more time, I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like when you get it done. Now, for some reason, my glue gun has been acting really weird, and I don't know if it's the kind of glue I bought, but it's super stringy. So I just been trying to pick as many of the strings out as possible, but that's what it looks like when you get it all done. I just chose to do this much. You can do less or you can do more, just depends on how you want your wax to look. Now once you get it to this point, you're going to take your paper or your holder, the whatever, you know, you're going to take the holder, just kind of put your fingers in the inside, and then you're going to paint your glue black. And you want to get, again, you can use spray paint, but I'm just using regular acrylic paint because that's what I have, and it's what works for my settings that I have to paint in. And you kind of just want to go around and make sure you get it all good and painted, okay? And again, since it's a video, I already have one done. And this is the finished, what it looks like when it's dry and everything. So the very next step after this is you're going to want to use your Modge Podge. So then you're just going to want to get a brush to do your Modge Podge in. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put some Modge Podge on this to finish it. I'm just going to squirt a little there. And I'm using a foam brush for my Modge Podge, and I'm going to do that all over. And Modge Podge will actually look white when you put it on. And this is a matte finish, like I said. It's recommended to do high gloss, but I needed matte for another project I'm going to be doing, and I did not have the funds to purchase both gloss and matte at the time, so it's just going to be matte. Okay. And we'll come back to it when it's dry, guys. Okay guys, these are pretty much dry. So like I said, once they're dry, you're just going to fill it up with some newspaper. Okay. And again, it's up to you on how much newspaper you want to put in. But you do want your candle to be able to sit flat on to the ground or the surface, so you want it to be up there enough that it's not going to tamper with that aspect of it. And then you just put your tea light in the top here, and there you have it. And there you have it, guys. These are your faux candles. They look great in the dark and also just as like a little soft glow to maybe a Halloween party. So I hope you liked it.